Hello everybody, it's Natasha here for another vlog. Right now what you're seeing is us taking off from Bangkok. I know we were in Chiang Mai just now, but we need to have a layover in Bangkok as we go over to Singapore. So that is the next stop for today, at least in this vlog, because in the next episode you'll get a sneak peek at the end of it. We are off to many places, and also by cruise, so that's also really exciting. But anyways, here is Bangkok. I'm glad we didn't stay here in our nomadic journey, because as you see, there's a huge thick gray layer of just smog covering the city. And having family in Beijing and having been born in Hong Kong, I really understand this. I don't think it's normal because I grew up in Canada, but that's the reality for many metropolises in Asia, not just in Asia, in South America, everywhere. But that's the reality. If you want to live in a big city, most likely it's going to have a lot of smog if it's a developing country. So we're just taking off. And as a little wrap up of our time in Chiang Mai, in this session, I did talk about how it was challenging to move and make a place your home, especially when it's a transitional place. For us in Chiang Mai, it was only 3 weeks, and I wasn't happy with the living situation because it was high season. It was difficult to find housing. That was a surprise for me. So I really needed to up my adaptation skills and just go along with it, which I did. But there were some difficult nights and lots of scrubbing of the floor. But here we actually was able to see this crazy mushroom cloud. And if you have seen Aquaman, the movie that's been released recently, this reminds me of one of the underwater worlds. It looks really beautiful. Not to ruin the movie for you, but on this trip we were actually able to see in this mushroom cloud a few thunderstorms, and I've never seen thunderstorms through the window of a plane before, so that was really cool. But I think in general our time in Chiang Mai was actually really nice. We had a lot of food tours, as you saw. We were able to work, and we even met some people, German person, some locals, some incredible people who we have even interviewed for our podcast. So that's really one thing that Jachym and I want to up our game with in our travels, is to keep building relationship, keep meeting new friends, having conversations with people all over the world. Now this is the night view of Singapore. It's a metro. It's a super small city country, but they have a huge financial area. So this is the beautiful park that's lit up at night. It's a bit of biomimicry, but we didn't have enough time to visit it. And we actually stayed in a capsule hotel on our overnight stay here in Singapore. And that was really interesting. I thought that we were going to get like a glass encasement for our cubicle, but all we had was just a wooden box. But then there's a little curtain. Chinatown during daytime now, and here's a Hindu temple, and you can still see how Chinatown is really nestled right behind the financial district. So you have all these UNESCO heritage protected sites or buildings, and then you have these crazy skyscrapers. So that's something that I'm going to keep highlighting within this vlog because it's really quite special. Same thing here. Yeah, you see all these massive metal glass skyscrapers, and then you have a temple, or I think this was a particular club. In Switzerland, they call them Zunft, I think, if I'm correct. So different clubs. And this is another huge high-rise building, but compared to other buildings, this waterfall actually gave it a really peaceful feeling. Most of them just gave a slightly claustrophobic, very metal, very, I guess, pristine and hygienic and very high-end look. And that's the general feeling that we had, especially since we moved away from Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is very organic. I think the city was built around its people and then tourists. And while here it's really built around economy and the people working and the value they bring it's just very evident in how people dress, how things look, and how everything almost reminds me of Hong Kong, actually. That's my first impression when I went onto the taxi as we drove to our cubicle hotel. No, it's not a cubicle hotel, it's called a capsule hotel. Along the river here, we're just taking a walk to see the Merlion, which is like a very, very iconic statue in Singapore, and I was hyping it up quite a bit because I'm excited about literally everything. So I think I hyped it up a little bit too much, because you'll see it very soon. It's actually a really good joke because we were walking, we were sweating, it was so humid here in Singapore. We only had one morning before we embark on the cruise, so here we are just exploring the city. That's the Marina Bay Hotel, super gorgeous, looks like a ship, but it's 3 hotels. Now this is the joke. I thought that was it. I forgot. I've been in Singapore before, but I forgot that that's just a small little statue, and that this is the real deal. So this is much bigger, just so you can see the people around it for scale. So that's the Merlion that I was hyping up. Now it is quite cute, I guess, or even the idea of having a Merlion, but I think what's really cool is that it's just this whole skyscraper feeling, along with like that historical hotel right behind us. It's a mishmash, and in Beijing actually you have a lot of mishmash of, you know, high rises, financial district, and also the Forbidden City and temples. I like that about Asia. I like that quite a bit. Here's another temple that is in Singapore. Now the next stop, this is a preview of our next vlog, is us here enjoying ourselves, or maybe you're not so much enjoying our feet on this cruise. And it's a really fun experience. It's Jachym's first time, so I can't wait to actually show you the whole all the stops we made. This is actually my second time on this specific ship, which is crazy because I went on it the first time that it ever sailed. Is that oh, that's one of those in case we die kind of boats.
Oh yeah, you want to take it?